Hi my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Amy and I'm a cruelty-free makeup enthusiast and blogger. I am so excited about today's video because we're going to be playing with the new e.l.f. x Jkissa collection. I have the To the Rescue eyeshadow palette right here, along with the Forever brushes, which look like this. These are these beautiful ombre rainbow handle brushes right here. So let's just start opening these up and playing them. We'll talk about it. I'm such a big fan of Jkissa. She's such a wonderfully talented makeup artist and cruelty-free enthusiast as well here on YouTube. So I was so happy to support her. This is her second collection with e.l.f. and she is really known for color. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's super cute. She says, I wanted to create my version of a perfect rainbow palette, which this definitely is. If you love color like me or are just trying out color, I think there's something in here for every makeup lover. This is an actual eyeshadow palette. It is not a pigment palette, which is very rare for vegan and colorful shades. So I think that is very cool. This is what my palette looks like. So originally it's just a white palette with the e.l.f. Jkissa on it, and then this pretty, almost like tattoo looking ribbon that says To the Rescue on it. And it comes with a plastic insert, and it's a sticker sheet. So usually you just have a plastic insert that you dispose of. This is really cute because it comes with a sticker, so you could decorate the palette however you want it. So this is how I decorated mine, which is super cute. I have the bunnies and the puppies and all the little toys. It is so, so cute. And then I put the names of my kitty cats on here. So I have my Tubby Tub kitty Mittens, who he's an 18-pound bowling ball. We have him on a diet. And then my Lily girl, who was my best friend. I had her for 9 years. She sadly passed away around this time last year. So I miss her greatly, but I still wanted to have her on here just because I love her so much. So on the inside, you get a beautiful big mirror, and then this is the palette. So the first line is all light shades, and then you get deeper shades in the middle, and then all metallic shades at the bottom. So the first two rows are all matte, and then the metallics are at the bottom. I think this is great the way it's laid out for people who may not be comfortable with color theory. It's very easy to do either monochromatic looks or colors that go together very easily to transition to one another. This is a really good layout for that. So let's just play with this. I'm gonna get out the brushes too. I'm so excited to play with these brushes. I like e.l.f. brushes. They're actually really good. So I think on one eye, I'm just going to do these three shades, and on the other eye, I'm going to do these three shades and just do kind of like a gradient look. Possibly do a cut crease maybe, so then we could put those shimmers down. This shade Bailey in particular, this blue one, I don't know what it is, but it is just so sparkly. I just want it right on my eye. Taking the Jkissa, this is the J3 brush. This is the biggest, fluffiest brush out of the collection. I'm going to go into the yellow shade Yosemite. And I'm just going to start applying this. Ooh, look at that pigment. I'm just going to start applying this right in the inner corner and slightly higher. Just blend it in. I think what I'm going to do is pretty simple. I think I'm sure other people have already thought of doing this when they were playing with the palette. I love that the shade names too are named after all rescue doggies, which I think is so sweet. I know that e.l.f. did make a donation to a rescue shelter. Wiping off the excess of the shadow with this brush, I'm going to go into Millie now. This is this orange shade here, and I'm just going to continue on applying this on the upper half of the crease in the center of the eye. You can probably hear my husband on a work call downstairs. I actually took this week off for vacation. And so I'm like, I am just going to play with makeup and read books and relax. These are really, really pretty shades, and they're blending quite nicely. All right, so I wiped off this brush again. Now I'm going to go into this red shade. This is Casey. So this is the first shade so far that I feel like the pigment is lacking a little bit. The yellow and the orange were so pigmented, but this one I feel like I need to build up a bit. It's a little bit lighter than I thought it would be. There's a tiny bit of skipping. It's not terrible. I'm just going to go back into that orange shade Millie, and I'm just going to apply that a little bit more in the center just to blend the yellow and the red together a bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to cut my crease now. Using the J1 brush, this is more of like a pigment packer brush, I'm going to go in with Firefly on the innermost corner of my lid. And I do realize that I didn't put the deeper color down before I cut my crease. So that was an oops. We're gonna go back in and fix that. But of course I didn't realize it till I was cutting my crease because I am silly. Now I'm going to go in Tsuki, which is the orange shimmer, using the same brush. I'm going to put this shade on the middle of my lid. I am struggling with getting this color to pop a bit more. I'm going to try with just my finger. Yeah, applying with the finger is much better. I'm experiencing a tiny bit of fallout, but it's really not too bad. I am so upset that I neglected those darker shades, so I'm going to go into the J24 brush. This is a smaller brush. This is almost really good for under the lash line kind of detailing, but I'm going to use it to see if I could get a little bit more detail in the crease. So I'm going to go very lightly into Paloma, which is the deeper yellow shade, and I'm just going to merge the lighter shade and then the cut crease metallic shade. Next, I'm going to go into Zuma, which is the deeper orange shade. And then we're going to go into the deeper red pepper. So I have to say I am a little disappointed with the reds. The other shades went down just fine, but I'm having a really hard time kind of getting them to blend as nicely and show up as pigmented as the other shades. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to use that same J4 brush. I'm just going to go into the lighter shades. I'm going to go across the row, do the yellow in the far left corner, and then in the center do the Millie, which is the orange, and then the red Casey on the outer corner. This yellow is fantastic. Really good yellow. For the colors I'm most excited about is actually this side right here, the purple, blue, and the green. I cannot wait to play with these. I'm actually going to start off with the shade Peaky, which is this green right here. I'm going to go in with the 3 shades across the top as well, the lightest shades, with the J3 brush. Start in my inner corner, kind of apply it quite high. Next, we're going to go into this bright blue here called Cannoli, which is an adorable name for a dog. My aunt and uncle actually had a doggy named Cannoli. I remember she had really big floppy ears. She was so cute. Who's been loving being home with their fur babies? Because, like, for them, us being home now is, like, such a treat. They're just like, you're home all day long. Like, Mittens just wants attention constantly now. He knows, like, he's figured out the more vocal he is, the more attention he gets from us. Let's go into the lighter purple shade Sadie. I have to say, this big mirror is actually coming in handy right now. Purples tend to be quite difficult to formulate. So this purple is a bit patchy. I'm just gonna go into Cannoli, that blue shade, one more time and just kind of blend the green and the purple together. Since I made the mistake of doing the cut crease first and then going in with the deeper colors afterwards, I'm just gonna do that exact same thing on the left-hand side so at least the eyes look similar. Going back in with the J1 brush, I'm going to go into the shimmery green called Reagan. That's a really, really pretty green. I think I've mentioned multiple times on my channel that green is my favorite color. That's a nice pigmented green. I'm really happy with that color. Next, I'm going to go into the shade that I'm most excited about. That's this metallic blue called Bailey. Yeah, that's definitely a metallic shade. I love how it blends with the green. Let's go into the metallic purple, which is Confetti. This is a pretty shade. I was just hoping for a bit more impact. I'm struggling to like get this to really pop. And then I'm just taking Bailey and just kind of merging the two shades together. Yeah, I gotta wipe away this fallout here. Oh no, because now there's blue on my face. Shucks. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have a blue shimmery face. Okay, so I actually had to wipe away this whole like under eye section and try to reapply my makeup because there was just so much fallout on the side. In retrospect, I definitely should have done my eyes before my face, but I wanted to like have everything ready before I started filming. So I have learned my lesson. So now we're going to go and deepen up that crease now that the shimmers are down. So we're going to go into that green tank right here. And I am using the J4 brush. Next, I'm going to go into the deeper blue shade that is Thatcher. And then the deeper purple shade, which is Pretty Girl right here. So the purples, guys, I'm not crazy about the purples here. The Confetti, the shimmer shade that I put on the outermost corner of the lid is like completely gone already, and it's only been maybe 5-ish minutes or so. So let me try to fix that in a moment. Let me see if I maybe should just wet the brush to get Confetti to work. So let me get a setting spray. I'm just gonna get this little tiny Rainforest of the Sea setting spray. Let's just try to do that way. Okay, that looks like it picked up much better. So let's try applying that purple again. No, it's not working. There must be something wrong with me. I'm going to go back into the lighter shades and apply those to the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with Peaky, that green shade there. Then I'm going to go into Cannoli, the blue shade. And then I'm going to go into Sadie, the lighter purple shade. You know, this is a really beautiful violet shade in the pan. It just doesn't pay off as well, I would say. But purples are just generally hard, so. I'm going to try the liner brush and just apply a little bit of black liner to the eyes. Alrighty, my friends, so this is the finished look. I have my liner and lashes on. So this palette, I need to play with this some more because I think maybe mixing some different colors together might make this a bit easier to work with. I think some of the easier shades to work with was the yellow, the orange, the green, and the blue. I did struggle with the red and the purple, especially the purple. I did have some issues kind of building it up and blending with some patchiness. Additionally, with the reds, I think the reds weren't as pigmented as they could be. The purple shimmer shade Confetti I really struggled with, but I did kind of struggle with it. But I do like the look that I was able to achieve with it. I think it's a lot of fun. It kind of reminds me just of rainbows and lots of fun color. It's very Jkissa. I'm really proud of her that she was able to do this and kind of provide an affordable rainbow palette to the masses, because I do think this is a beautiful palette. My favorite shade in this whole palette is Bailey, the shimmer shade. That just went on so beautifully. I love the way it looks. And yeah, I think this is a really pretty palette, but I did struggle with it. So that could also just be me not being a very talented makeup artist. You know, I'm a makeup enthusiast, but I feel like I kind of know how to work with most shades. So those are kind of my final feelings on that. For the brushes though, the brushes were great. I'd highly recommend these. You get nice fluffy ones, you get more detailed brushes. The liner brush here was really, really good. I loved how that applied the winged liner for me. So all in all, I'm like not crazy about this collection. I like the brushes, I'm happy I have them. And then I was really happy to, you know, get a full rainbow palette into my collection as well. I have colorful palettes, but not necessarily a rainbow one. So I'm going to continue playing with this for a little bit more, see how I feel. Because right now I feel like this is a nice, more beginner palette for colors, just because some of the shades aren't as pigmented. So I think if you want to experiment with color, add a little bit more of colors into your looks, this might be something that you know, you might be interested in. Beware of fallout with this palette. There was a ton of fallout, especially with these shades on the left-hand side more than I did on the right-hand side. Just something to point out. So you may want to do your shadow before you do your face makeup. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, remember to stay compassionate and chic. Bye.